What's up, everybody? It's Big E.
It's Eli.
What it is, everybody? It's your boy A-Tiz, and you are now tuned in to the Rise and Grind podcast. Today, we got a really special guest.
Yolanda with sweet stack mini pancakes.
Yes,
right?
Yes. Some of the best mini pancakes I've ever had. And honestly, if I could have them in the morning, every morning, I would.
I don't know about you, but I was kind of hoping we'd get some pancakes this morning.
I know, right?
I know we
Got
didn't
the
eat
whole
breakfast
setup.
this morning.
I was like, should we wait?
Right.
No breakfast.
Nice.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, Yolanda, she comes to the Out the Box events, and she sells her mini pancakes at the events. So if you've been to the events, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's kind of why we wanted to have her on here is you're killing it.
Yep.
I mean, we see you at Out the Box, and you're...
The thing is, I hear people talk about it.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like I just hear others, I hear this, other people that go to the event, they're like, dude, those mini pancakes were the reason why I went to the event.
Yeah, no, and the customers too, throughout the week when they come through, they're like, is the mini pancakes going to be there?
I almost wish we could have it there 24/7.
Oh, right.
Man. That would be amazing. Like just have a little room in the back that just...
Yeah, let's get your daughter in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just slaying pancakes every day. So tell me, what, in your words, what is this business?
Well, we're mini pancakes. We do desserts mostly, so it's mini pancakes. I do mini cakes as well. I do different things, chocolate strawberries. I've done like caterings, different kinds of desserts. But mostly when we do the pop-up stand, it's the mini pancakes, the horchata. We're trying different kind of refresher drinks with different flavored syrups and sodas and Red Bulls and stuff like that.
Nice.
But yeah, I do a variety of things, not just what we have at the stand.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing it for now?
This is officially my second year. Second year. We started last year for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Nice.
What sparked it?
A breakup.
Okay.
Nice.
Not completely. I initially, back in the day when I was 20, I had a restaurant in Colorado Springs.
Okay.
So I've always had a love for cooking.
Okay.
And being in the kitchen and working in that kind of environment. So that's always been in me. But I left that. I went into the current field that I'm in, the medical field, been in the medical field over 23 years. But back in January of last year, I ended a relationship and said, I need to do something. I need to fill in that little gap of income that was there.
Nice.
And so I said, F it, I got to do something. Something, and this is what I want to do. The year before, I had bought a little mini food trailer.
So you're already experimenting with it?
Yeah, I had always been
nice.
experimenting. I had done like weddings, but I was doing cake pops.
Yeah.
And I was doing like...
So was family and stuff like asking for this, like parties?
Yeah.
Okay.
Always family and friends were always like, do this for me and do that. Or I would be taking cakes to people or cooking food for people. It was, I think, the Super Bowl weekend last year, and everybody was like, well, you should cook at your house. And I was like, I'm tight on money. Like, and when I cook for my family or anybody that's coming over, I spend a good $300 to make.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's always,
that,
Yep.
And I said, well, that's money I'll be losing. And I love my family, but I have to make money.
Yeah. Bills got to get paid.
Yeah, for real. So I said, I'm going to try this. And I had my mini pancake machines. I had bought little piece by little piece along the way. I had my little trailer, my food trailer, and the equipment that I have now. And I just had it there stored, and I said, I'm going to do this. So I went down I live off of 75th and Pecos. I went to Big O Tires, and I said, hey, I make mini pancakes.
Yeah.
I took them some samples. I said, I do other desserts. Are you guys interested? And they're like, yeah, everybody from the back, all the mechanics, everybody, the customers that were there, they're like, I want some. I said, okay, I'll come back later and I'll have everything you need.
Nice.
And that turned into, I'm going to sell cakes. And so I started making cakes because it was a day before Valentine's. I started making so many cakes and doing the mini pancakes that my oven blew up. I had to go buy.
Dang.
Real trap house.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had to go buy another oven. I was like, I kind of got discouraged. I was like, I'm not going to do it. And my mom was like, no, go buy another oven.
Make it
Did you make your money back off that oven though?
Heck yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what matters then, you know?
Yeah, and within those 2 days, I made $1,500 on pastries, cakes, mini pancakes, and I established a little relationship with the people at Big O Tires.
Yeah.
So
and I'm pretty sure, like in a world with like with those mechanics, and they're used to like breakfast burritos, and it was just so different. They're probably like, oh, this is amazing.
Oh, they loved it.
Yeah.
They loved it. They're like, I want more and more. And I sold out. And then I had the cakes and people just coming to my house. I opened my garage up and I had tables full of cakes and pastries and chocolate strawberries.
Nice.
People were just coming to pick up. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
So with people picking up from your house, did you feel a little weird?
No, because it was mostly people that I knew.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, because I will order off of
Yeah.
line 2. Like this new thing is this Dubai chocolate or something like that.
Yes, yeah.
And so I've been ordering. They're like, we'll come to you, but then they charge us the delivery fee. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll come to you for no delivery fee. You know what I mean? I get gas is expensive, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and so with Planet Teas, I originally opened up in my house,
Yeah.
and that was my issue. Is I would just get like random people coming over. I would talk to before, and then they would just have my address. And then, so it just got a little weird after a while.
does.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I need to move somewhere. I need to have a location, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Not only that, you just don't want random people.
Yeah.
yeah, you could piss off the wrong person, you know.
Yeah.
and-
Oh yeah.
But that's awesome. I bet you gave your neighbors the wrong idea for a minute. You had a bunch of people showing up late
Yeah,
night.
well, imagine like the oven blowing up, that situation, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you're
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
cakes out your garage.
Right? Yeah.
You know, there's always that neighbor that there's something going on.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
something more to it, you know?
Looking out the windows.
Yeah.
I had my neighbors terrified of me for a couple years because I do accounting, and people show up with envelopes, and then they take envelopes, and for the longest time they thought I never left my house. I did it all from home, and they thought I was a drug dealer for the longest time. So they were too terrified to come and talk to us. And, we're in a white neighborhood. I'm a Mexican.
Yeah.
We have nice cars and whatnot. And they told me we didn't want to ever talk to you because we thought you were a drug dealer. I'm like, no, I'm just an accountant, I mean, I'm just pushing numbers. That's about it.
Right.
Numbers
So-
and paper.
So how much did it cost to get started, do you think?
Initially,
Yeah.
it was about $3,500.
About
So my
35.
truck, I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. I got it for a great deal. They wanted 45. I went out to see it, and it was a Mexican guy, so I was talking to him in Spanish. I have broken Spanish, but I could speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll take it. And he's like, if you take it, I'll give it to you for $2,500.
Nice.
I said, I'll be back. I'm going to go get my dad. And I went and got my dad. I said, Dad, just be real Mexican and talk Spanish and see if you can get it even lower. And my dad did.
Nice.
And he took off another $100 for us. But we had the truck, and then I got the machines. My mom bought me the machines, actually. She got a settlement. And then we just started.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Food trucks are crazy. So you must have bought in
Pre-COVID.
right?
It was actually after COVID.
Okay.
Was it after
Okay.
Yeah,
COVID?
it was 21.
So that was actually, okay. So you're still in the pre-food truck era.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, I have a restaurant, and so we were like, well, let's do a food truck.
Yeah.
And at the time, 30, 40,000,
Yep.
and we didn't do it. We had some building issues, so we decided, hey, let's save our money. We're going to buy a building, and then now I go to buy a food truck, and you're lucky to find something under, 100,000.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is crazy.
Yep.
A few years ago we could have 30, 40,000.
I don't
and now
even bother
we're-
looking at Marketplace no more.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then everybody thinks they deserve top dollar for these, So you lucked out. You still have that truck?
I sold it.
No.
I sold it. It was too small for what I wanted.
Okay.
Okay.
So I took it once to the first time.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I blocked the traffic there.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you get a lot of hate for that?
Well, I was like, Isaac told me, he's like, hey, you can't park that there.
Yeah.
It kind of blocked the traffic. I was like,
Yeah, we had it was the other food people like in the complex.
Yeah, within the complex.
that were mad about it. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. I think they were just seeing you doing good,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I sold it recently, and the ultimate goal is to get another food truck or, get a bigger one to expand that, to add food into it as well.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure like a setup is a lot easier when you have a truck compared to how you're doing it. Yeah, a pop up. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What is your process of setting up your stand? Because you work under a pop up tent, right? And you have tables. So explain to us what that process is. You just show up to Out the Box. What does it take?
So we're getting there. We're pulling out everything. We have a way. It's funny, between me and my daughter, we have a way of pushing everything into my car and into her car. I have a Jeep Cherokee and she has a little Honda.
Yeah.
And so we're using all of that space to put in our tables. We have our ways of making sure everything fits.
That's awesome.
So we just pull everything out. We'll do our tub. She has a checklist of everything she needs to
Nice,
fill.
organized.
So is it a 2-person operation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
It's two.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I always see your daughter there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's actually, she graduated college this year and she's going to take the year off to help me establish.
Nice.
Grow.
Hell yeah.
So do you think she'll go back to college?
Her plans are to go to
Yeah. You don't think she'll fall in love
She already has a boyfriend, so.
I mean fall in love with the business.
She has a vision for it as well.
Okay.
But ultimately, she's going to live her dream. Her degree's in film.
Oh, nice.
So she wants to go, her goal is to go to California and continue education.
Oh, wow. So she's really going to head out, huh?
Yeah.
Pursue it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
I guess that's kind of all of our dreams. That's why we're pushing so hard, right? Is so our kids can do what they love.
Yeah, do what they want to
I
do.
brought my daughter in. I figured a couple years, and now I can't get rid of her. You know, she loves being here, and
and my daughter decided to run mom and pops instead of going to college.
Yeah.
So that was just her choice. She wants to run a business, and
That's
so I'm like,
amazing. Like, it's what I think the biggest thing for me as a mom in my age and the mindset that I grew up with, it was never do what you love. It was like, you got to make money to pay the bills, and that's all that mattered, right?
Yep.
But now as a mom, I put the emphasis on my kids to do what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Do what makes you happy, and you'll find the money. That money.
Yeah, it'll follow you.
Yeah.
right?
It'll come to you.
Chase the vision, not the money, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. And I think if you get stuck chasing the money, you're always chasing the money,
Yeah.
and you're never anywhere.
But like she said, that's just the way we grew up. That was the culture that we grew up in.
Yeah, it is.
It's just money, pay bills.
Yeah.
And like I said, when I was a kid, I never really thought about my parents' happiness at all.
Well, my dad used to he had a small business he started.
Yeah.
And I when I was older, I questioned him, like, how come you never did that full time?
Yeah.
He said he couldn't. He said there's no way. At the time, he had a really good job. He had benefits.
Yep.
He had, it was too much good for him to walk away from that.
Yeah.
But, he admires that, I follow my passions, and if I have an idea or a dream, I follow it,
Yeah, no, and it's very important. Like she said, it's very important to install happiness comes first over bills and money and everything else in between.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you broke the
Yeah, I got.
you know what I mean?
The chain.
You broke that,
Yeah.
right? Because you could have been like, hey, you need to chase this money, do
stay
whatever.
in
But you're
college,
like, no, chase your dream and have fun, and a lot of parents don't do that.
And then she's going to look at the hustle and then she's going to implement that into her grind.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever she's
Oh, yeah.
doing in Hollywood or in the film business. And then she's going to remember where it started at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I didn't start like that. I was like, you got to be a doctor, be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I don't want you to ever have to
Struggle in a
struggle
sense.
or depend on anybody. You have to be sufficient for yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Worry about, So I didn't start that way. When it was hard for me to accept that she was gonna go to school for film. I don't know anybody or anything.
Yeah. And nowadays, that's the cash. I mean, that's where the money's at. In this day and era, film, it's important.
Yeah.
Yep.
We just interviewed a guy, Andy, and that's kind of what he did, you know, and he's made, you know, been a part of some major Hollywood films, and he started out of desperation, right? He needed a job.
And he's really humble for that, you know,
for
like
real, yeah,
with all that's under his belt, he's, you know, he's just a regular one of us, you know?
Yeah. It's pretty cool because we're like, dude, you're famous. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm just me, you know? We're like, well, you're famous to us. He's like, nah, you know, I'm just a normal dude. And it's pretty cool to see those down-to-earth people, you know, where you've done something. Like you have some notoriety.
Yeah, notoriety.
And, you know, he comes in here and he just talks to us like we're normal people, you know?
Yeah.
It was really cool to see that. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, and I like to think of us the same way too, where no matter, you know, how big we get, we like to be, you know, humble. We're always humble, you know?
Seeing you guys is, and for the age that you guys are, is very impressive to me. And I see myself in you.
Yeah.
I see my kid in you guys, both of my girls, and it's just encouraging to come where I've come from and to see where you guys are and how you've created what you've created in the time that you've created it, and it didn't happen overnight. So it's encouraging to me. Like, I may not be where I'm at today, but I know within a few years,
you could be anywhere you want to be. Yeah.
And we're living proof of that.
You are,
you know,
completely.
As long as you keep pushing every day. I mean, and you might see where we're at now, but man, when we started, this was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked so much. I checked myself into the ER. I don't know if you guys remember. They got a phone call and I said, I gotta go. There's something wrong with me.
Yeah, I had to come
he should have been. He should have been in the hospital, but he was calling everybody, letting everybody know the plan. And I'm like, dude, like, let me know what you need.
I was going through major surgery. You know,
you were out for a month.
Yeah, well, you know,
right. The moment we opened the business, right, and so we started getting all these orders in. It was already hectic. Like we had so much going on, and then that happened. And we're like, dude, what do we do? Like, you know, we're in that little room at Mom and Pop's. I don't even know if you ever seen that. We used to be in a little tiny room inside Mom and Pop's.
It was probably about this size.
Yeah, probably about
it was this size,
yeah.
And we were printing all our DTF out of this room.
Wow.
You know, and it was just...
Yeah, and they got a phone call, and I said, the printer's on. I think I'm dying.
Yeah.
And I drove all the way to Brighton. I got to the ER, and they're like, how'd you get here? I said, I drove myself. They're like, dude, you could have died.
On the way.
You know, and they literally got me in, opened me up, started, you know, surgery, and it's a lot.
Yeah, and everybody
business.
nowadays they look at the warehouse and they're like, dude, like, you know, how did you get this far? But they weren't part of that room.
Yeah,
like that room was not meant to.
Part of the 7 days.
Let's put it this way: that room, the door was warping. Like because the heat, the humidity in that room,
and it still don't shut right.
It don't shut right.
Yeah,
it warped. That whole frame is warped. You know.
I had to wear a gas mask because of the fumes. Yeah, it was bad. You couldn't be in there more than a couple hours at a time. You know what I mean? And you definitely couldn't fit us three in a room. Yeah, it was too small. And you know,
so
those
imagine
printers,
something happening like a printer issue, and then us in the same room. And it's like 90 degrees in that room, and we're just at each other's necks.
Yeah.
You know, because something's not working.
Yeah.
The first day we got the printer.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
It was horrible, you know.
And all three of us trying to work on it, and I think we have pictures, and it's like we're all, you know.
It's that picture on the wall right here, actually. When
right in here. Yeah.
I don't even know who took that picture. I'm kind of mad, you know.
I know somebody stuck in there. They saw. They knew that, you know, that
one day
that's going to mean something, you know, to us three.
But that's the thing is like the sacrifice. A lot of people can't handle the sacrifice that goes into entrepreneurship and owning a business and
not being able to pay yourself out or you know, just
worrying about paying either your business's rent or your own personal rent.
Oh, yeah.
That's a very sticky situation.
Oh yeah,
but it's sacrifice.
Yeah.
And if you do it every day, like how you're supposed to.
And so, are you the sole breadwinner of your household?
I am.
So this can't fail for you, right?
No, it can't. And ultimately, the goal is to get away from my day-to-day, my 9 to 5.
Oh, so you have another job?
I have another.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So
I mean, you don't have to mention names if you don't want, but that's.
Well, I work at a community health center. I do medical billings.
Okay.
Nice. I oversee our billing department. I was over 2 departments recently, and we got a manager. Now I manage just the one department. So we make sure that every visit is billed and paid through all of the insurance payers. So that's what I do. I do pretty well there.
Nice.
But the ultimate goal is to leave.
But do you feel fulfilled there, or is that what it is? Okay.
I did at one point because it's a community health center, so we focus on underserved patients or people that don't have access to health services because they can't afford it or have insurance. So to me, it was all. I grew up from Denver, born and raised.
Yeah.
Grew up in Montbello, the north side, and the east side, and I grew up going to the East Side Health Clinic and Denver Health. So I became from the patient to working on
to working there. Nice.
Yeah, so you know what it is to have to hustle, huh?
Yeah.
See, and this is why we started this podcast, is to bring light to people like you.
Yeah.
You know, we love to see how you're growing, and I watch you on Facebook all the time, and I'm like, damn, I know her.
And there's a lot of people out there that are, thinking about making that move, and they're just not sure how to do it. And that's what we want to bring to light. Like, how did you get this started? How was this, how's this even possible? But same stuff with me and Anthony. People ask this all the time, like, how did you start this? Like, this is amazing.
And like I said, that's part of the reason why I started or do what I do, is to bring inspiration to other people, because I want people to see what I do, but do it 10 times better than me.
Yeah. Well, throughout the process and going to the pop swaps and having conversations with you guys, something you had told me last year, you was like, I was new to TikTok and Instagram. I didn't have Instagram. I was just on Facebook doing the weird Facebook thing.
Yeah.
And you encouraged me to keep learning, figure that you can get online and watch this video, or, try to learn as much as you can. So for that, I chilled the end part of last year, and I went to business courses, and from September all the way through March this year, I've been in business courses at Mikasa. So there's resources out there, and I went through 2 courses. I learned, even having a business way back in the day when I had the business, it was already established. So I bring it up from the ground, and there was things that I didn't know. It was just, okay, here's this, give it to the accountant, and that was it. But now I do all of that.
All of it.
I understand what your margin is and what profit is, and how to set a price on the merchandise or the food that we sell. And I didn't know that. When I first started, I thought, okay, this is a good price because this is what I feel is a good price.
Not what you're spending on the inventory, the product, and the back end of it to come full circle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we had in the beginning about the box, we had a lot of people that would sell with us that I don't think put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Margins and stuff like that. So they would just sell stuff at a certain price, and then they would pay the percentage towards our shop. And then I'm like, I wonder how they're even making money, really.
Yeah.
And then, after about a year, they'll back out. They're done.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm pretty sure they weren't charging accordingly,
Yeah.
No, that's awesome that you put yourself in that too, to go learn that type of stuff, because that's the step that a lot of people aren't willing to take, is to feel uncomfortable, like, oh, I don't know, not a damn thing, but yet you're putting yourself there to learn,
You got it.
It's very important.
Especially if you want to build a business, you have to learn what you're making.
So are you working on your own promo now too, or are you filming everything and taking your own photos?
I am.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So you're managing your own social media.
I am. My daughter steps in and helps when I don't know what to do. Or
is this all new to you too, all the social media?
It is.
Gotcha.
Well, being in an older generation, like, even to me, I'm like, dude, I don't understand. And these guys, they're a little younger than I am.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest out of us. And they're like, hey, we need to put money to this. And I'm like, my background is accounting. And I'm like, dude, that's a lot of waste of money.
Yeah.
And we've hashed it out before, where he's left pissed off because I'm like, no, I don't think we should put money into that.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. And then I see, oh shoot, we're boosting this post, we're boosting that post.
Yeah, the turnaround.
I'm like, dude, we're busy. He goes, oh yeah, I've boosted this many posts.
Yeah.
I've advertised this. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. And I think that's.
And sometimes he trips. He's like, dude, there's $400 or $500 coming out.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, dude, like
what is
we got bills.
I'm like, you'll see. You'll just give me, you'll see what this is,
Yeah, and that's kind of why I like these guys. Is we can disagree and we can still come together for a common cause, and we work it out. And they say business, you can't have friends in business.
Right.
That's why they say don't do business with family.
Yeah, family or friends.
But I think we've been really lucky to be able to hash out our problems and come to each other. And I'm like, or hey, Anthony, I have a problem with this, and he doesn't take it personal.
No,
hey, Ernesto, I have a problem with this, and he don't take it, or they say, hey, I have a problem with you, and we don't take it personal, and we just work it out. And, we all have that common goal, and it's like, how can this one business help all the other businesses grow,
Yeah.
And so,
and that's very hard to find in business from what I've heard and what I've seen and what I've been through. Is like you said, it's very hard to find people that have the common mindset.
Yeah.
And to have the business at the end goal.
Yeah.
You almost won't find those people.
No,
Like,
yeah.
It's
because it sucks because business is money driven.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to partnerships and money is in between, it gets very nasty.
Yeah. Even just leveling up wherever you are,
Yeah.
family and friends, it can intimidate them. And then you see that and you're like, oh, but I'm doing better. I'm doing better. And you would hope that they want the best for you.
Yeah.
It does change a lot of
we had this conversation last night, right?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Like, your family don't want to hear your business problems.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear your
never.
successes
Yeah, never.
either, right? Because
Yeah,
you're like, oh, I did this. Oh, you're bragging.
Yes.
You're doing better than me. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm excited for my accomplishments.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you're bragging.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm having this issue. Well, that's what you chose to do, so figure it out.
Yeah, stop crying about
Because
it.
sometimes I want to go to a family event and I don't even want to talk business at all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But there's always gonna be that one person like, how's everything going?
Yeah.
No, that's the
And then
number one question
everybody-
is how's your
Yeah, and then everybody else is just in the room, just like, I can just tell
We
they
got to
don't-
listen
Yeah,
to
they don't
this
want to hear it.
again.
They heard it a million times.
Guy.
And so I'd rather not even talk about it. Like, I don't even want to talk business. If it's family, I don't even want to discuss business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, oh, it's good.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, no,
I
that's-
don't leave it open ended. I don't, because
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks. Like, you would think your family
Would be your biggest
should back you, right?
Yeah.
But they always want the discounts and the,
Yeah.
that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
Hey, I need this.
Please.
Can you hook it up? Yeah, I'll hook it up.
I've actually
But they don't wanna pay
I've
for it.
referred clients to our family to some of my competition for that reason.
Yeah.
Just because it's easier. I have a certain type of client I like.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's harder to work with family. Their expectations are a lot higher. And they want the best deal. They want that best price.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, go over here. They could do it. They could do a little bit cheaper. I'll even send them over here sometimes.
Yeah.
To get it done a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. It's a little bit of entitlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This way, why would you charge me more?
Yeah. And then so that's why you never see me at Planet Tees for that reason.
Wow.
I stay hidden because everybody that knows me, they're like, hey, could you hook me up? Could you do this? Could you
I know Ernesto. He said I can get a hookup.
Oh yeah, you've been in
I've been there,
You've been in
yeah.
the trenches, and then
I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Well, he's like my cousin. I'm like,
and then
nope.
they'll go get me, and then like, they like it didn't happen, right?
He'll
Like,
pull up the cameras. He goes, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
so,
him for years.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So let's get back into your pancakes because they are amazing.
Yes.
My favorite is banana and Nutella. And last time I tried them, I put Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Yep.
And Kiko is the one who told me to try that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like he just came up to you and was like, "Yo, we need."
Well,
to
he was ordering
yeah.
next to me, and he's like, I think it was Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, it was Fruity
Yeah.
Pebbles. That's what he always puts
So
on
I'm like,
his.
I'm gonna try it.
So for you, that seems kind of wild.
It is wild.
Yeah, that seems really wild for you. to do something.
So I don't eat cereal.
Yeah.
I've never been the cereal guy. Milk doesn't agree with me. And so when he did that, I was like, I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'm being adventurous today.
Yeah.
And I went and turned on the air conditioner in the truck, and I was like licking the bowl. Like, it was so freaking amazing.
They're that good, dude. They're that
And
good.
swap.
Yeah, not
that's
last
where you-
swap.
that's where
the
you
swap
went. That's
before.
where you
Yeah,
went.
I
Yeah.
disappeared into
You
the
did-
truck.
you did. I
Because it was
remember.
hot. It was
Yeah, it was hot.
It was really hot that
it was
day.
hot, and so I started the truck and I went and I enjoyed my mini pancakes. And so tell me, what's a mini pancake? Let's talk about those.
So it's a mini pancake. Our mix is a sweet cream
Okay.
mix. So
Nice.
it's a little bit different than just like your
Average pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. But it's not just for breakfast.
Right. I always wondered about that because like it doesn't taste like a regular
truthfully,
pancake.
I don't eat pancakes for breakfast ever. Like it's always to me like
They're
a dinner
too thick
thing.
and they're
Like
too
I don't know
thick
why.
and
Like
fluffy.
it's too sweet for me to eat in the morning. I can't eat nothing sweet in the morning.
Yeah. But yeah, they're fire. What's the top seller?
The Nutella, strawberries, and bananas and whip.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's the one I got.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or they'll add the whatever toppings.
Yeah.
Whatever toppings. And then the sauces, we have different sauces. I make the berry sauce. I make the dulce de leche. Those are homemade and
really?
everything else. Yeah, I'm going to be introducing the Dubai white chocolate.
Oh, no way.
Pistachio white chocolate.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
So my question is, when can we do a Lopez collaboration?
Oh, right.
You know?
Yep, ready.
Yeah.
I think the world will be ready for that, right?
Whenever.
Oh, yeah.
Take it to the next level, right?
I've seen Lopez sell a cup of noodles for $40. I guarantee you he can sell
I don't know if you could
20 mini pancakes.
we have to have pickles or something involved.
Pickles.
Yeah,
We can
pickle
figure
mini.
it out.
Yeah.
Some pickle toppings.
Infused pickled juice sauce or something. Yeah.
And some syrup.
And then I went one time and you had, was it tres leches cake? Was that?
So yeah, the cake that I'm trying to promote is my, it's called Beso de Ángel. So it's tres leches, it's flan, and it's dulce de leche, filled with dulce de leche. And then we put the raspberry sauce on it.
And it was amazing.
It's really good. So that's my biggest seller.
Did you sell that out at the event?
This past Sunday.
Yeah.
Nice.
She bought the whole cake.
Oh,
Really?
nice. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, wow.
She bought the whole cake. She's like, I
I
want.
want to know who that was, you know?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a former employee of mine. So
Oh, okay.
no way.
she's like, I want to come out and see you. I want some cakes because I would take cakes to work.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like an out the box person that's like, I don't want nobody else to have this.
Yeah.
You know, like Eli would do something
That
like
would
that.
be-
Yeah, that would have been him. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take all these cakes.
If she was there, I probably would have outbid her, just to get it.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
So what does prep time look like?
Prep is probably for everything.
Yeah, because you pre-mix everything and
Yeah.
get everything ready.
I would say about 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. See,
Depending on how big the event is.
and that's what you got to factor into your costs as
Exactly.
well. So
That's
that's a lot
insane.
of
Yeah.
people don't do that, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
6 to 8 hours.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. That's good for people to know that.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't, I'm going to throw all this in the truck and go over there. And,
It would make it look easy. You
Yeah.
guys make your job look easy,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
not. Yeah, it's never is.
It's never easy. Even this morning, you seen us stressing and, like it was not easy.
And this is every podcast.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we were here for 3 hours before we could even start recording, and we didn't get to finish because,
And we just
we
recorded
still
a
have to-
puppet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we still
it
have
was
to
just
go
a
back.
puppet. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You know?
But that's crazy. 6 hours, and that would be for like an out at the box event.
Just out of.
Okay. And what do you plan for? Like, how many people are you planning to serve at out the box events?
We started with too much.
Okay. Yeah.
We started with way too much mix, so now we do a box which yields about 400 pancakes.
Holy cow! Mini pancakes.
Mini pack.
What's an average? How many pancakes per serving? Like how many?
Everybody does a 10 piece.
Oh, 10
Yeah.
piece. Okay.
Yeah, when somebody's really hungry, they'll do the 20.
I tried the 20 once and I couldn't.
It's a lot.
It got a lot.
Yeah, you got to share it with somebody.
Yeah. I laid it in the trumpet with my wife.
Yeah.
The 20
little
piece,
mini
yeah.
pancakes.
I thought you were licking the bowl.
That was the 10 piece
Oh, okay.
last week, but a 20 piece, man, that's a lot. But I wish I could do a 20 piece because
So that's the only reason why. Because I see Eli at the events, but I don't. But every time I see him there, he's at the sweet stacks.
Yeah, we try.
I-
we try.
They
I think
always
that's-
stop. They always
Well,
stop.
I was
by.
like, that's the only reason why he goes there. I think you
So
know.
my daughter, our littlest one, loves the horchata.
Oh yeah, the
Like
horchata's
that's
fire,
what
dude.
she wants, and she begs us, hey, and she'll be like, is there a pop swap? No, not this week. Oh man, I can't get it. We're like, no.
I just need to get her a flyer already.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, those what are they, awas or what do you call them?
Well, the horchata is just, it is an agua. It's a rice water with lots of the condensed, the evaporated and regular milk. So cinnamon, vanilla. Yeah.
We tried one and they put peanut butter in it, and my daughter hated it.
Yeah.
And then, so she was actually scared.
Too
Did they
scared
put
to
it?
try.
Did they put peanut butter in all of them? Like I've never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
Wait, ain't she allergic? Or that's the other daughter?
That's
okay.
and actually, so my cousin and my daughter are allergic,
Okay.
and their daughter drank it. Annalise can smell it. I don't know what's wrong. Like, if you have a peanut allergy, I guess you can smell peanuts.
Yeah.
Well, she smelled
Like a
it. And she
shark.
goes, I think there's peanuts in here.
Well, she's an X-Men.
Yeah, do something
Yeah.
because and so she went and told my cousin, hey, I think there's peanuts, and sure enough, the baby, we had to give her Benadryl and they had to watch her,
Reaction.
and I was like, I've never heard of peanut something being in so
horchata.
so she was scared that she's like, I hope they don't put peanuts in all of it because it was gross, and so she tried. She's like, oh my god, this is so good. And I like the coffee stuff you do. Tell me about that.
We're still figuring that one out. It's been pretty good. Everybody, so we do the mix with the horchata and the coffee and sweetened condensed milk, and then we do the coffee jellies in it, kind of like a buttercream. And that's been picking up a lot lately. Ultimately, I want to buy a espresso machine so I can make the coffee there. Right now, I'm just taking
Yeah.
strong as what you would get like at Dutch Bros or Starbucks. Or
What's those espresso machines running for nowadays?
Oh geez.
Oh, a good one.
Yeah, a good one.
A good one for
The best one.
man.
30,000
Yeah, well,
for a good one
For a really
for the
good
top of the line. I've looked into this.
yeah.
I tried to start a food truck with espressos, and and we actually went to a Starbucks that was closing,
Yes.
and they just throw all their machines away,
Yep.
and so I was like, I'm gonna go grab them. They destroy them.
Oh man.
They do not let people take their machines.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being a company
That
making
can
so
just
much
smash,
money that you're smashing
Machines.
$30,000 machines
Yeah.
in all of them? But yeah, they're expensive.
They're not cheap.
But you can get decent ones on Amazon for $1,000.
1,000, 2,000.
Yeah.
The one that I really want is about 4.
Nice.
Is it mobile friendly or
It would have to be,
Yeah.
to connect it to your water. And
so is this something that will go in a trailer or is it okay?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
looking to get something that is portable. So when I'm doing, until I can get my trailer. But,
Yeah.
So we're still trying to get that right recipe.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
So what's the biggest event that you've done so far?
We did Cinco de Mayo in Westwood.
Okay.
Nice.
And it was huge. It was the biggest crowd that they've had so far. It was the 5th year, I believe.
Oh, wow.
We did it for 2 days.
If it's anything like the Cinco de Mayo event we did,
Yeah.
I bet you were tired after that event.
Oh, we were
man.
Like
run down.
Anthony's voice, he had this microphone. We did this event with T-shirts
Yeah.
at Cinco de Mayo, and he had this microphone.
Yeah, and like the last 3 hours, I was just on the microphone trying to bring people.
But his voice just kept getting a
just
little bit more
crackling.
crackling,
Yeah,
and
at
then
the very
he
end,
kept leaning a little bit more.
Yeah.
Finally, he was
From
just on
the
the
heat.
chair. He was just
from
like
the heat.
yelling at people walking by.
Yeah,
We had people trying to fight us a few times. and
yeah,
Some ladies like,
Cinco de Mayo was that.
right.
Where was it?
it was downtown. Yeah.
At the Civic Center, I think. Yeah.
It was crazy. And we're crazy. We're calling people out. So, of course, we're pissing them off. And,
Yeah.
we were just trying to get people to our booth. It was our first one. And a lot of
Yeah.
people, it was funny. Some dude was ready to fight Ernesto.
Yeah.
And
then
Over cookies, right? The brand cookies.
over cookies, yeah. He's like, we're like, hey,
yeah,
come,
yeah.
talk to us about your brand. He goes, I got my own brand. He goes, well, why are you wearing somebody else's brand?
Yeah.
And that pissed the dude off, and he came,
and
trying
he
to fight.
put out a wad of like maybe 10 grand.
Yeah.
And like showed me it like it was a flex or something. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, like that's cool. Let's log into your bank account. Let's see what you got going on over there.
And then he's like, I have a guy, and then he tells
I was
Erne-
the guy that did his guy's stuff.
He's like, we do
You were the
your
guy.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was
But
crazy.
his attitude changed after I knew.
Oh
his
yeah,
dude, right?
he was all good, and
I'm like, I'm the one that supplies your guy.
Yeah.
So eliminate your middleman, come through me.
Yeah.
And his whole attitude changed. He put his wad of money back in.
He probably saves that. Oh, it's probably like a couple $100
Yeah.
in some Monopoly money.
Right.
So
How would you carry that much in your shorts?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no.
So what was the turnaround on them 2 days? Was it pretty profitable or?
Oh, yeah.
Was it profitable?
Yeah.
She's all for IRS reasons. I don't want to
Yeah,
get right
it was
amount.
really good.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did
Yeah.
really, really well.
That's good.
I had both of my daughters, my niece and my sister, they're helping us. And
So do you guys just do cards? Is that how you accept all payments, or you do cash as well?
both.
Both.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how do you book these events, and how many events do you need to book to pay your bills?
Well, a lot of word of mouth.
Okay.
A lot of word of mouth. So through the class that I was taking, it was at Mi Casa in Westwood, and through there I connected with other small business, and there, Vincent, he's Big Bucks Barbecue. He lives in Westwood, and he was like, "You should." Him and his daughter and his wife were there. You should connect with Cultura Chocolate. And they do all of the events. So I did. We had gone the year before. I said, I'm going to do this, babe. I told my daughter, I'm going to do this. And sure enough, we made it. And we got in.
Were you blown away by the first event you did and the amount you made on that event? Or was it like just a learning experience?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. Just a sense of gratitude, amazing gratitude to see what we were able to accomplish and what we can accomplish. It was amazing. Nice. And it's all word of mouth. You guys,
it's crazy, right?
What you guys said initially is you hear people talking about is when people come to the stand, they're like, "Oh, I saw it," or "I talked to so and so." People came from the mountains from I can't remember the name of the small town.
Yeah.
And we came all the way down just to try your stuff. Just to try
it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's awesome. It feels good to hear that, right?
It does. And the stuff that you guys promote is just amazing.
Do you see that coming back towards you?
100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always more than happy to share your stuff. Like,
all
if you got something you want to promote, we'll help you out.
Yeah.
Well, this is why we created this. The DTF is to help.
Other
small businesses.
Yeah.
We, like I said, we're amazed. That's why we reached out and we're like, we gotta talk to you. We gotta, let's try to get you even more business. Not that we're watched by millions or anything, but
people are watching.
Yeah. Exactly. So let's spread that word, and
it got to start somewhere.
Yep.
Everything starts somewhere.
Yeah.
So how can they find you, and how can they book you in their event?
Instagram or messaging, direct messaging.
Okay. And Instagram,
give us your handles.
Is it
at Sweet Stack Mini Pancakes? That's for Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay,
awesome,
nice. You're lucky you got that.
Yeah,
that's important actually. Like that you got them all to match.
All board. Yeah. That's how Out the Box is. It's Out the Box 303.
Yeah,
on every platform.
Every platform.
Yep.
We tried hard for DTF. Like we've done it. How many months in advance to get DTF?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's hard to get across the board. You have a website, or you're not doing?
Not yet. Through my classes, I'm working on a class that will get me 2 years website with GoDaddy.
Okay.
Nice.
Hopefully soon here.
Yeah, and if you need some, in the meantime, we could help you with that too. We got a platform we use, and we could get you set
Ernesto's good at that. So
that's kind of why everything works.
Yeah.
Is because I have the experience doing the websites. Also, I recommend you, go do that class and figure that out as well.
Yeah.
Because that's going to benefit you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Because
sure.
like yesterday, I threw up a quick website. Me and Anthony, we had an idea. And I shot him a website. I'm like, it's ready. Let's start making some money.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm salty now. You started something without me? Dang.
Boom, boom, boom.
So, if you could go back, what's your question?
All right. So I'm going to hit you with the question. So if you can go back, let's see, before you ever wanted to be an entrepreneur, in a sense, what would you tell yourself? I love the deep breath, and then what would you tell yourself? What type of advice would you give your younger self?
I think it is always going to be, now in retrospect, is don't be afraid.
Right.
Jump.
Yeah.
She watches.
I
do watch.
Yeah.
Awesome. Got to get her a jump shirt now.
Yeah, for sure.
I want a Rise and Grind shirt.
We'll get you. We'll get you
a little package before you leave.
You get a little gift package when you leave.
Yeah.
But
so just do it, huh?
Yeah, I'm still there. I with my job and everything, I've told Tiz I gotta jump.
Yeah.
When the time is never the right time.
Never the right time.
It's never the right time, but I put that out to the world. I believe that it's going to happen when it's meant to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. You know, you can only keep pushing for so long, and then
it's not
when
a
you're
bad
supposed
thing.
to blow up, you're going to blow up.
And it's not a bad thing to have that income coming in.
Oh, exactly.
You know, I wish I had a steady income.
Benefit
coming in when times are rough around here. You know, but it's just, you know, we got to live day by day. Every day is a new day. We got to figure out how to make some money. You know.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is like how you said you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to jump. In my situation, when I made my jump, it wasn't from a happy place. It wasn't because I wanted to do it. It was because I needed to do it. It was because I was in a very dark place, and either I had to stay there or I had to jump off the mountain.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was a pretty emotional day for you, wasn't it? Like, I remember you.
And then year after 2020 is when I quit. 2021 was crazy, and then 2022 was pretty crazy too. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just
sometimes, you know, like you said, I haven't had benefits or, you know, a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going on 20 some years.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, sometimes I'm like, maybe it will be good, but then I'm like, will I wake up every morning?
Yeah.
Wanting to, you know, to keep pushing. I mean, sometimes I like, you know, I look at other people and it's like they get off of work and that's it. And us, we're like, okay, how do I reach more customers?
Yeah, no,
you know, I have employees, I have rent, I have utilities. How do I keep these orders coming in an oversaturated market so that I can continue to pay the employees, you know?
Well, it's like last night too, because we're in a situation where we need new equipment, and our supplier has like just kind of vanished on the equipment we're normally used to. And so the only way I could communicate with this company is because they're in Shanghai. And so I have to be up at 2:00 in the morning. So this dude gets a text from me like at 6:00 in the morning.
And I was like, that's weird.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I found the equipment. Here it is. Here's the quote, you know, 35 days to get here.
Yeah.
And but that's what it takes.
Right.
You know, it takes those long hours. And I'm with him too, because sometimes I think about it. I'm like, dude, I wish I could just clock out and not even worry about it.
Oh yeah, no, you miss that so much, because there's times you're like, oh, I just want to stop. But
I want to take a vacation. I don't know about you. I really just want to like get out.
But
here
even that with the way we are, when you're out there, it's still business.
No,
business.
I've gone camping the last 4 weekends.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm up every night. You know, everyone's sitting around the campfire roasting marshmallows, and I'm on my in my.
He's like, respond to this email. Get this.
Hey guys, we need
this.
this and we need this. And you know, my dad's in Europe for a month, so I'm running the accounting business by myself.
Yeah.
And so it's like all the payroll has to be done. My cousin's like, dude, you should unconnect or disconnect. I'm like, I can't. I don't work a 9 to 5. You know, I gotta work. And then my wife too. You know, like I said, she was a waitress and she got a surgery on her foot, and now she's pushing for every order. Yeah. So there she is. We're up at 5 a.m. You know, we're supposed to be enjoying our the outdoors.
Yeah.
But we're over here on our, computers at 5 o'clock in the morning while everyone's sound asleep, and, drinking our coffee and getting stuff done. And that's
it becomes our addiction.
Yeah.
It becomes our addiction.
Yeah.
And I love it though. I'm not going to complain about it because I found something that I love.
Yeah.
And so it's not like I'm really working. I'm just enjoying my vision,
Yeah, exactly. It's just finding the balance.
Yeah.
And then me and Anthony get to be creative with it, with all this content we put out. And to me, that feeds me. Yeah. That's what makes me happy is putting content out.
If that part was cut off, then I probably wouldn't be here.
You guys are artists at heart,
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And I think that's why it all clicks, I worry about the business end, they worry about the creative end, and we all just keep going, keep pushing, and we have our downs, I'm not gonna lie, being business owners, there's months that we're like, hey dude, how are we gonna make it?
Yeah.
But that's just part of business, and we push a little harder. Hey, I need you guys to be a little more creative, reach a few thousand more audience, and let's get that business back up. So
outweighing that hard stuff is it just comes along with it. It's just with the territory. And
exactly.
It's hard at the moment, but it's part of the whole thing. Happy doesn't mean it's going to be good all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, if it was easy all the time, everybody would do it.
And I kind of think I'm to the point, you know, because what are you, 20 years into this? You said I'm about, you know, I'm pretty much about the same. I've been self-employed, but I find I like the pressure. I like constantly being under pressure because then I could use my mind. I could think my way out of it.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, that's my new comfort place.
Yeah, exactly.
Being under pressure, you know?
Exactly.
It's when you're at your most creative.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're able to be more analytical and you can do that critical thinking to resolve that problem.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're in the shower and you're like, oh, I can fix that.
Yeah.
That day, yesterday, I couldn't think about how to get it fixed, but it hits you.
Yeah.
Like a firefighter every day, putting out fires.
Yep.
Do you ever just stand in the shower and the water's hitting you and you're like thinking, and then next thing you know, you've been in there for like 30 minutes
No.
and you're like, oh, shoot, you know?
That hasn't happened to me in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
The shower is my happy place. I'm
is
only
it?
in there for like 5 minutes though.
Oh,
Everything's
a military shower?
Yeah,
Oh,
everything's
yeah.
statistic, dude.
that's
Everything
how we
has to
take
be-
showers in camping. You know, turn on the water, get
I got
wet,
one of
turn
those
off.
tankless, you know.
Oh, water heaters.
Yeah, so I my hot water never runs out. So
That's
like
nice,
I'd be taking long showers nowadays, you know.
Yeah, you got to try cold showers.
Really?
Yeah, you got to
I
try
can't
cold
do
showers.
it.
No,
It wakes you up.
I'm always woken up though. Like
that's what I use my
yeah,
coffee
you know.
for. You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So what is it going to take, honestly, for you to be like, okay, I'm done with my 9 to 5?
I'm almost there. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I'm listening to what you guys go through, and I am comparing that to what I go through at work. And sometimes there's not enough money in the world to pay you to do something that,
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
to go through the things that you go through for a company.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm almost there. I put out into the world that within the next 2 years, if not sooner.
You remind me of like, it's like, was it a Jennifer Lopez movie where she went through a breakup and then she like
Just took
became
over.
this massive, successful woman? I see you there, you know, like
I want to do a part
whatever
2 of this
motivates you.
when
Yeah.
you get there. Like when you get to that point, I want to do the part 2 of this.
Yeah.
After you're done with that 9 to 5, let's
Yeah.
have you back and let's really talk about how you jumped. You know, I really think you're going to be crazy successful. I mean, I love what you put out. I think these guys, you know, they wouldn't have you back for so many years. You know,
Yeah.
if
The
they didn't.
energy is there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And we all fought. We were like, let's get her on the show.
Oh yeah,
Let's be
I was like,
persistent.
I DM'd her like a couple weeks ago. I haven't heard that. Yeah, and so I was like, I'm just gonna go tell her.
Did
on
you
a
do
post.
Facebook?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
Facebook.
because you're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that makes sense. But we pushed it. We're like, let's get her on. Especially after yesterday. Was it yesterday you shared that post, or was it a couple days
Yeah,
ago?
couple days ago.
After the Sunday.
swap.
Like
yeah.
you
Monday,
never
Sunday.
realize, like me and Anthony, we do it, but we don't realize sometimes the impact we have on others around us, like motivating them.
Yeah, just because there's so much working at the moment, you know, it's
There's a lot going on.
a lot going on.
Yeah, so I love to see that stuff, and that, you know, we're actually able to motivate you to kind of, you know, whether you're going to do it anyways, we're here to help, you know, in that process of you making that decision to jump, you know.
You motivate me because
Oh, yeah.
you know, I was like, hey, it's hot out here, and you're like, I don't have air conditioning at my house. And I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop complaining about,
brings
you know,
you back
being
down.
hot
Yeah,
here, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every day he complains about, it's like either too hot or too cold.
I hate the heat. I hate the heat.
Yeah.
If it was 70 degrees all times, I you know, or blizzards, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
See, that's how business is. When it's hot, you're like, oh, I hate the heat. And then when it's cold, you're like, oh, I hate
Yeah.
the cold. You know?
We have our challenges during both of the, you know, winter and summer, but I rather deal with winter all the time than summer.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but you motivate us, you motivate me to keep pushing, and you know, if you can work in that heat, I'm gonna work in that heat.
Yeah, I'm going to get it done.
Yeah,
Yeah, so every time you complain, I'm gonna hashtag Yolanda.
yeah.
You know,
No
like-
AC.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
gonna be a T-shirt now. You know.
Yeah.
No AC, shut up and work.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
AC.
Yeah,
Get it.
Right on. Well, we appreciate you on the show today.
Thank
And,
you for having me.
yeah. No, any last words you want to
Yeah,
give us,
yeah.
or and whoever's watching, or
Go for it. Whether you're making burritos in your kitchen, selling out of your car, whatever it is, go for it and legitimize. That was the other thing he told me. is try to figure out what you can. If you legitimize, you can make more money.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but go for it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You guys can do it. Anybody can do it.
Exactly.
But it's like when I saw you guys, I immediately felt comfort because like I said, I see me in you.
Yeah, yeah.
I see my family in you. And I hope you see that in me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
I feel like
You
we are
inspire
family
us.
at this
Yeah.
point. You
Yeah,
know,
most
like there's many
definitely.
swaps. We were in that heat together. Like
Yeah.
we're family at this point. You know.
Yeah, but yeah, go for it. And to you guys, thank you for the support and allowing me, giving me the opportunity to be there and grow as much as I have since last year to now. So thank
Oh, yeah.
you.
Amazing to
Appreciate
watch
you.
it. And then
Appreciate
one more
you.
time, drop your handles so people can find you.
SweetStackMiniPancakes.com. It's a pink and purple logo.
Yeah,
Check it
we'll
out.
throw you up. We'll throw it up here.
Yeah.
You guys are watching.
Yep. And remember, guys, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Let's go.
Yeah.
Cheer.
Rise and grind.